Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at Ebonade 103.5 FM with Martin Define Shubiri is here every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process, views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to everyone at 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com slash gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a bet.
Yes, lately, obvious Ezekwesili explained why Nigerians should be interested in politics, and it makes perfect sense. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Political Views on Ebonade 103.5 FM. I am Martin Ifeanyi AKZ. Since man is a political animal, let us be reminded of the fact that the reason for politics is to solve problems collectively as a nation. And people's political views can be diverse. And because they don't share our political views does not make them evil. But when we learn to dialogue through political processes, the fact that we don't share the same political views, does not mean we cannot share ideas on how to build our nation. On how to build our nation, even as a people. Now, the thing about Wike and Article feud, invented a different kind of politics in the Nigerian political scene, even to an extent, in the international political scene. Yeah, I know why I'm saying that because even in America, you hardly see um, Democrats and Republican parties working together in public, even unearthing a lot of secret information in public. Now, does that mean that we as a people are now engaging in politics with open mind of issue-based discussions when it comes to politics, rather than making it, politics of ethnicity or religion? It is political views on Ebonade 103.5 FM. But before we go any further on this particular edition of political views on Ebonade 103.5 FM, let me get you up to speed on recent happenings in the political scene in Nigeria. Senate panel okays CBN's explanation on cash withdrawals limit. Christmas. Ugwuanyi, head of security agencies, meet, assure residents of safety. Buhari directs security agencies to solve Anambra babies kidnap. Federal government expresses concern over exam malpractice low conviction rate. Oil theft. Tompolo wins as reps back pipeline surveillance contract. (2023) Presence of IPOB, ESN Amotekun may spark post-election violence. U.S. Institute. Body of benchers berates Nigerian Bar Association for using social media to circulate sensitive documents. Hold government accountable for your tax money. Federal Inland Revenues Service urges Nigerians. Group condemns discrimination against people living with disabilities. Now, details. Senate panel okays CBN's explanation on cash withdrawal limit. The Senate Committee on Banking, Insurance, and Other Financial Institutions disclosed on Friday that it has collected the required information on the merits of the cash withdrawal limits being introduced by the Central Bank of Nigeria for onward submission to the Senate. The upper legislative chamber had on Wednesday mandated the committee to find out from the Apex Bank the compelling reasons for the introduction of the policy which limits an individual to 100,000 naira per week and a corporate organization to 500,000 naira per week. Chairman of the committee, Senator Obasani, after a confirmatory hearing with some reappointed deputy governors of the Apex Bank, said, with the presentation made by the deputy governor of the CBN on financial system stability, Aisha Ndanusa Ahmed, on the planned limited cash withdrawal, the required information on the merits of the policy has been given and will be communicated to the Senate in plenary through our report. The two deputy governors, having earlier been screened before serving their first tenures, need not further questioning, and again, as anonymously agreed by the members of the committee, they should therefore take a bow and go. The second story we have for you this morning, Christmas. Ugwuanyi, heads of security agencies meet, assure residents of safety. Determined to decisively address the recent security challenges in Enugu State, especially in Eha Amufu, Isuzo local government area, Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi and heads of security agencies in the state met behind closed doors yesterday at the government house in Enugu in attendance at the meeting, which was shared by the governor, where the Commissioner of Police, Enugu State Command, CP Ahmed Amani, the Garrison Commander, 82 Division, Nigerian Army, Brigadier General MK Ibrahim, the Air Commander, 553 Base Service Group, Nigeria Air Force, Enugu, Air Commodore Isaiah Taiwo, the State Director, Department of State Services, DSS, Habu Maina Daluwa, and the State Commandant, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Aloysius Obiora. Others are the Controller of Corrections, Nigeria Correctional Service, Enugu State Command, Nicholas Ubiako, the Acting Comptroller of Immigration, Enugu State Command, DCI, Mukta T. Musa, the Assistant Controller of Customs, Enugu Anambra Ebonyi Command, AC Opaluwa, OP, and the representatives of the Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Enugu Anthony Obodo. Briefing newsmen after the meeting, the Commissioner of Police, CP Amani, disclosed that they deliberated on general security and happenings in the state. Amani added that measures have been put in place to ensure peace and stability in all the communities without any problem during and after the Yeltide. He assured residents of the state and people coming home for Christmas celebration He assured residents of the state and people coming home for Christmas celebration of the commitment of the state government and security agencies to ensure their safety during and after the festive season, stressing that the state is safe and peaceful. The next story we have for you, Buhari directs security agencies to solve Anambra babies kidnap. President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed shock over the reported kidnapping of 5 newborn babies in Anambra State, directing that the rising crime rates in the areas be reduced without further delay. The reported kidnapping occurred at Stanley Hospital, Mbologu, in the States. The attackers reportedly abducted the babies and zoomed off. Expressing his concern about the incident, President Buhari said the case must be solved immediately. Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, in a statement yesterday, explained that the president has also directed the security at hospitals must be foolproof so that that attacks of this nature do not happen again. Meanwhile, the president has described as second to none the development strides achieved by the former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Goswill Obot Akpabio, in Akwa Ibom State during his tenure as governor. The next story we have for you, federal government expresses concern over exam malpractice low conviction rate. The federal government has voiced worry over the low number of convictions in situations involving possible examination fraud in the country. Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Education, Mr. Andrew Adejo, made this known on Friday in Abuja at a one-day sensitization workshop on examination malpractice in Nigeria, organized by the National Examination Council, NECO, in collaboration with the National Assembly. Adejo, who was represented by the Director of Special Duties, Federal Ministry of Education, Zubairu Abdullahi, said that the government at various times came up with laws to check the menace of exam malpractices, which are yet to yield the desired result. He listed some of the laws to include the Decree 20 of 1984, prescribing 21 years imprisonment upon conviction, and amended Examination Malpractice Act of 1991, which seek 5-year jail term of or a fine of 250,000 naira. The effectiveness of these measures is highly debatable, more so that not many have gone to jail because of examination malpractices. I suggest we look into our laws. He, however, commended NECO and other exam bodies in the country for deploying technology to combat the menace, saying the move has recorded big success. The next story we have for you, wins as reps back pipeline surveillance contract. Please pardon the delay. We are encountering a little bit of a technical issue this morning, but very soon we'll get it sorted. Okay, the next story we have for you, oil theft. Tompolo wins as reps back pipeline surveillance contract. The House of Representatives has applauded the partnership between the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and Tantita Security Service Nigeria Limited, owned by Owezida Ekpemulopolo, Ekpemu Polo, aka Tompolo, to secure oil facilities in the oil-rich Niger Delta. Deputy Majority Leader Peter Apatason, who led the high-powered delegation of House on a 3-day visit to the creeks, riverine areas of Delta State for oversight function, remarked that the initiative had led to an increase in the volume of crude oil production by the country. The lawmaker commended the federal government, Navy, and Tompolo's firm for taking the bull by the horns to tackle offshore oil theft. Last Tuesday, the Chief Upstream Investment Officer, NMPC, Upstream Investment Management Service, Bala Wunti, disclosed that Nigeria's crude oil production was recovering, noting specifically that it was climbing back to about 1.6 million barrels per day. Wunti, who made the disclosure at the 11th Practical Nigerian Content Forum in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, added that Nigeria's oil production as at last Tuesday was 1.6 million barrels per day from 937,000 barrels per day reported in September. Patterson acknowledged that the successes recorded in the crude oil production were as a result of the signing of pipeline surveillance contracts with Tantita Security Services Limited. Speaking during a courtesy visit to Tompolo in the course of the tour, Abatasin said, "Our mission is to evaluate the situation to be able to make contribution in legislative terms toward ameliorating the situation, towards enhancing the capacity of this nation to produce and sell oil, to be able to fund the budget, and to promote development of both human capital and infrastructure of this country." The next story we have for you, presence 2023, presence of IPOB, ESN, Amotekun may spark post-election violence, US Institute. Ahead of the 2023 general elections, an international delegation of National Democratic Institute (NDI) and International Republic Institute (IRI) have expressed concern over the activities of separatist groups and informal security outfits in the southeast and southwest. The United States-based institute specifically noted that while the secessionist agitation by the indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB) might depress voter turnout, the proliferation of informal security elements such as Amotekun in the southwest and Ibuago in the southeast will further increase opportunities for post-election violence. The delegation of the NDI/IRI stated this while presenting his second joint pre-elections assessment statement to journalists in Abuja on Friday. The assessment, conducted from December 4th to 9th, 2022, was built on the first assessment mission which visited Nigeria in July 2022. The delegation included senior fellow for Africa Policy Studies at the Council of Foreign Relations, Ambassador Michel Gavin, Commissioner of the Electoral Commission of South Africa, George Daya Pillai, Programs Director of the Zimbabwe Election Support Network, Ellen Dingani, IRI Director for Africa. The organizations observe that a major concern affecting most parts of the country is insecurity, driven by extremists and sectarian violence, banditry, the rise of separatist elements, and the proliferation of informal security forces. The next story we have for you is hold government accountable for your tax money. Federal Inland Revenue Services urges Nigerians. The Federal Inland Revenue Services has urged Nigerians to always hold their elected representatives accountable for the taxes they pay. This was as the Blockchain Technology Association of Nigeria, (CBAN), yesterday expressed dissatisfaction with the plan to tax digital assets under the proposed 2022 finance bill. Director of Emerging and Special Taxes (FIRS), Mrs. Amina Ado, who spoke during a program tagged Tax in the Present Nay Nigeria in Abuja on Thursday, said there was need for citizens to begin to ask their governors and local council chairmen questions about what they are doing with the allocations they get on monthly basis for Federal Account Allocation Committee. The event, which was organized by the Government to Citizens Interface in collaboration with the FIRS, brought together taxpayers, tax administrators, and government agencies. The next story we have for you: group condemns discrimination against people living with disabilities. The Nigerian National Persons with Disabilities Multipurpose Cooperative Society has called on Nigerians to stop discriminating against people living with disabilities in the society. President of the group, Taye Titus Oloye, said disability should not equate with inability, noting that there is ability in every disability. He therefore urged Nigerians not to discriminate against such persons with disabilities, but rather support them. He made the call at a recent workshop organized by the association titled Economic Empowerment of the People Living with Disabilities Through Cooperative and Other Community-Based Rehabilitation or Poverty Alleviation Programs, held at GRA Ikeja, Lagos. And the last story this morning is federal government to open second Niger bridge for 30 days. The Federal Controller of Works in Delta State, Mr. Jimo Olawale, says the second Niger bridge will be opened to traffic on December 15th. Olawale, who spoke in an interview with the news agency of Nigeria on Wednesday in Asaba, however, said the bridge would be open for only 30 days. He noted the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, ordered the opening of the bridge, which is 95% complete, to ease traffic during the Yuletide. He said, as we know, during the Christmas celebration, commuters suffer hardship accessing the old Niger Bridge due to traffic. But with this arrangement, traffic congestion on Asaba Bini Expressway will ease. And there you have it, the happenings in the political scene in Nigeria this morning as it is now. But remember that if you look at all of it, it is issue based. We are looking at the issues and not the ethnicity or religion. We are looking at the issues. We are being objective about it. And the essence is to bring about solution to all our political woes or national woes. And if the truth be told, if you and I can look at all of these issues with an objective perspective, that's how we can find solution to most of the things we seek, solution to most of our national woes. Looking at, the fact that Tompolo has been approved by the Senate shows that being diplomatic, about our situation is the only way we can solve our situation in this country. Yes, remember that it is political views on Ebona the 103.5 FM, and it's about time, for you and I to have a conversation about the happenings in the political scene in Nigeria today. Yes, remember that it is political views on Ebona the 103.5 FM this morning, and we are talking about a lot of issues now. We are looking at Senate panel, okay, CBN explanation on cash withdrawal limits. Christmas, Ugwuanyi, head of security agencies, meet, assures residents of safety. Buhari directs security agencies to solve Anambra babies kidnap. Wins as reps backs pipeline surveillance contract, amongst other stories. Remember that the number you will call to become part of the conversation we are having here this morning, is 080-9666-1035. What are your political views? What is your take on all of the happenings in the political scene today in Nigeria? Hello, good morning. Yeah, Otoma Kekime. Apa gị na ebe isi akpa anyị? Okay, from Nnewi. Okay, gaba n'iru.
Onye isi ala ndị Naịjirịa na-agwa ndị sekuriti kapa eji anya maka pati ịgọ ndị ga-esi n'afọ na
Anambra steeti.
Kedu ihe ka obodo a si wee na-eme aghọtara na enwere ndị na-eme isi n'obodo abụ Naịjirịa. Onye isi ala dịka ebe ikwuo maka onye isi ndị uwe ojii na Anambra steeti akwa ekenyekenyewa aka ya.
Gaba n'iru.
Na that pati ịgọ ndị ji aha na-ekwu oge ka ebe eme nnyocha maka ya. Oge m na-ege news ka a sị na akpọtụrụ ekenye ndị na-ekwu na onye na-ekwu okwu na o nwere pati ezi whatever esi n'afọ Anambra na okwu anọghị okwu asa nwa onye si n'afọ.
Maybe as at the time ịnụrụ ya na news ọ na-akọwa na ha amabeghị maka ya ịghọta. Most times ịnụkwa fa ga-agwa gị asị gị na ha amabeghị and na investigation dị on na ha malụzie ha emezie ka ị malụ.
After 24 hours and after onye ọbụla na-ekwu okwu na o nwere ike dị ụta mere Anambra na onye akụkọ ekọjapụ ya na ike dị ụta nọ na Anambra ọ dị na news echere na na-ejere ụzọ ọfụma
mana mba ihe ọ
nwere anyị ike mere nụ akpọtụrụ tụkọ ma mbịa witness akpọtụrụ ketịdasị na
because na ọma nọ n'ebe niile at all times enwere ndị ọzọ na-report wee mee maka ọma na everywhere at a time and enwere a lot of cases nyanwa ga na handle at a time but achọrọ m ka itikwu ọnụ n'ihe gbasalụ the fact that Tom Polo
ọzọ dịka ibe ya bụ okwu ndị enwere nke ile akọwa esi na ndị Amerịka na-ekwu okwu election 2023 and Omotekwu and the RTP and the Ebubagụ na these are leaders. I am on the Ebubagụ is not working in our land here. You know, only their way. All I'm going to use that our next very easy have the band Ebubagụ. Ebubagụ is a security threat by other them and his brother. I'm getting the for there for mine. Okay, man, I'm moving. The Ebubagụ na we're going in why are there? So I put Ebubagụ, I ain't looking for Ebubagụ. Our next person is going to be found on a heart on anything. Don't let them make Ebubagụ. Onye abụọ na-emere anyị amaghụ maka ya gba a na-ekwu okwu nke ndị IPOB na ndị Omotekwu Amerịka na-enye kọnọshọn a ọzọ Omotekwu na IPOB ndị na-eme na agide kedu maka ndị si na na-ekwu okwu Islamic State kedu ihe ndị nke atụgoro maka Japan ọ wee pụta egwu anyị okwu ndị IPOB gwa anyị okwu ndị Omotekwu nwere aba dị otu na-eme na agitation of Islamic State ndị nke a ebe ha ike na mgbagbu ụgwọ nwanne na-apụta ekwemọta dị inwe problem dịka platịpa na-akpagharị na-eme ihe ha chọrọ
ịma na enwegokwa ndị kwuru okwu before enwego ndị kwuru okwu before gụnye ma Boko Haram gụnye ma ndị ọzọ gasịkwa na ha soboro threat to the election.
Otu ndị Omotekwu na-ekwu okwu nwere onwe ndị eji afa na-ekwu okwu nwere onwe Amerịka na-ekwu na ha nwere ike ime ya ọ ga-akpọkọ ndị nke a na-ekwu okwu ndị gasi Islamic State ahụ ndị Boko Haram na ndị gara na-ekwu okwu Islamic State na ndị na nwa asụba na-ekwu okwu nwere onwe nchefa ọ bụ ebe ọ ga-abụ ndị nke a n'ụtọ na-akpọ ndị nke afa na ọ nwere ike imepe dị otu a o nwere ike ebechakwa ike ọ bụ na ndị agha na-ele anya nwere ike imepe ama mmiri ikpe ọ bụ ndị nke agha na-ele anya onwe ha nọgide jebe ikpe andị mana ndị aja na ha eme ikpe ha gụọ n'ọha mere asọmtachi ha gbuo okwu ahụ federal government asị na ọ ihe anyị nwere mgbe agbaji ụgbọelu agbaji ma mgbe a na-ekwuru ahụ agbaji ụgbọelu ahụ federal government asị na ọ gbaji na ọ bụrụ nwa ha na-esi ha ha agbaji ya ịfụrụ ya so ọ bụghị ihe a ka a ga na-agwa ị ga na-akpa akwa ndị a niile ka otu Islamic State o otu ndị nke na-ezo otiti mụ na otu ndị nke na-ezo Biafra na dị epepụ nwere ike ji ọnya ha ndị n'ihe ga-emenụ na gọọmenti ojetere amara na ihe ndị na-anụ ozuru ọrụ bikọs ị na-ele anya na onye a nwere ihe ọ ga-eme ma ọzọ ihe ọ ga-eme
ka ihe nwekwana ikwu maka ka ihe nwe ikwu ka iwereze nke a wee mechie ka ihe nwe ikwu maka Ugwuanyi na head of security agencies na Hamiti assured residents of safety.
Ugwuanyi asarantị ya awụrụ ma asị ka mere ya ya oche chere ije ma a na-agbaba na ndị na-agba wajiba a na-ere ya 100 ọd itinye ma na 100 ọd ọ chara ahụ ịba 1.06 nwere ike dị emere dịka obere 100 ọd enwere ka ọ bara uru onye ahụ ọ na-ekwu onye m na-ere ya na 100 ọd na ọ dị ọd pọtebụl abụ ihe ahụ ọ na-ekwu ihe dị asara na na-eme Krismas agbaji akịta onye na-eme na-emebezi ya ọ bụghị ihe a ka ị na-ekwu okwu ihe ego nchekwa tọrọ ga-abịa kpụtọrọ ọkụ ọ bụghị nke Krismas ya emechazie Krismas egbubeze mmadụ ka onye mere n'ihi
mana ịma na 100% ọd ahụ bụkwa mmadụ ga-enwebe hope ọba
nwere ka ọ fere arụnụ
mana mmadụ ga-enwe hope ọba ngwa ndarụ dị nne thank you so much ka ndị ọzọ batakwa gwa anyị fefa halo ngwa ndarụ ka ndị ọzọ gwakwa anyị fefa halo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is still political views on Ebon at 103.5 FM. You can call in right now, tell us what you think, your own opinion, like your own political views. Let's hear from you. Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, my brother. Kekime, where are you calling from and your name?
This is Engineer Chris calling from.
Okay, please go on.
I want to talk on Ugwuanyi and
yeah.
The security chiefs are there not the people that went and be shooting at the Yamufu those that are arrested the two of the dams.
We don't have evidence of the things you're saying right now, and the security chiefs are not the ones in the field. Even if they are the ones, you are linking it to them. They are not the ones in the field. The names we listed for you this morning are the names of the security chiefs, like from their different zones. The ones that are coming from naval aspect, the ones coming from the army, and the rest of them. So it's not, you can't really say that they are the ones that did it. Even if do you know where it is coming from? Like the things you're saying now, you are not on ground when it happened, so you can't really prove them. Are you on ground when it happened?
Okay. No, I'm not there.
So that's the thing. So you can't really prove them. So let's focus on the things we can really talk about. The things that, like this issue of Tompolo, you can also venture into that.
Tompolo is good. You have to do something that is to secure so that you know where the water is entering into the desert. So it's not okay.
Okay.
You need all this right.
Okay.
But the top is to form their security that should be paid by the state government
okay.
to enhance the security of the people. There's no way we can work on the police to get order from Abuja before they will be deployed to any emergency or certain things, or even police that are kidnapping, attacking, shooting villages periodically. This one is no longer news to us. We know the shot at Autumn, and Autumn that they shot. Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. Continue. Hello, go on. Continue.
Oh, that shot Autumn. They shot, but the federal government did nothing to the police. So we should organize ourselves and have our vigilantes up and doing. There should be plenty. So that if they choose the 10 people in front, 20 still at the back to back off. Let's know what is happening.
Oh, wow. Hey, please call back. 08096661035. It is still political views on Ebonade 103.5 FM. We are looking at all of these things, the issues in the political scenes, with an objective perspective. There's no room for sentiment here. We just have to be very objective about the things we are saying. So call me up and let's talk about all of it. 08096661035. What is your thought on the fact that even the federal government expresses concern over exam malpractice low conviction rate? These are issues. We're also looking at that of Oil theft, Tompolo wins as reps, backs pipeline surveillance contract. Let's hear from you. Hello? No, please call back 08096661035. We are also looking at the issue 2023 presence of IPOB, ESN, and Motekun may spark post-election violence, U.S. Institute. Yes. And the body of bench has berated MBA for using social media to circulate sensitive documents. These are the issues we are looking at. We are also looking at the fact that FIRS urges Nigerians to hold government accountable for their tax money. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, my brother. How you doing?
Fine.
Yes, your name and location.
Mr. John Peter.
Okay. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from there.
Please go on.
I want to speak about this Atiku, Obi, and Tinubu.
Okay. The presidential candidates.
Presidential candidates.
Okay.
I wish Nigerians, let us forget about PDP, APC. Let us bring a new entire sector. Let us try it out.
Okay, you're just saying your mind when it comes to who you want to vote. It is your own. But the thing, we would like you to look at the issues, not just the candidates now. We want you to drift to the issues concerning us. Those issues that they are supposed to address. What are your thoughts on them?
The issues I feel that I want to address is about hungry. You see, the things are going wrong. They are already gone wrong. Nobody is happy.
Okay.
Lord, the whole border, let them open, let them start importing things and bringing things inside. Let all people be enjoying. That's what I want to say.
Okay, thank you very much.
That is their own business. But let people be happy.
Okay.
You are not happy.
And then in the issue of insecurity, what do you suggest?
The issue of insecurity, you see, the army, the police, all of them have been completely protected. So we need new people, trusted people. They have to give them the time. That is what they will do. I mean, let's have their own police or army.
Okay, but now you're talking about state police now. You're in support of state police issue. Okay, so I want you to. Okay.
We have civil defense. Civil defense are for the civilians. Am I talking?
Yes, you're right. Keep writing.
Now, let them bring all the civil defense, put in every local government, in every state. Let them be going around. If you go to US, you will be in the market, you will see police. Wherever people are parking, you see police. Let them bring them, let them separate themselves inside the towns and the villages.
Okay.
Then things will work out.
Okay.
Not that they take them back,
okay.
They take them position to go and take care of them. No.
Okay. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Let's hear from other people as well. Thank you so much. Yes, it is still political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. And remember that the core issues we are looking at this morning is basically about Christmas. Ugwuanyi, head of security agencies, meets us, then assures residents of safety. Buhari directs security agencies to solve Anambra babies kidnap. That one is like kind of mysterious. So, but that issue needs to be sorted immediately. Don't you agree? So, the numbers you will call to become part of the conversation here 08096661035. We are also looking at the fact that group condemns discrimination against people living with disabilities. We're also looking at the issue of the fact that Federal Inland Revenue Services is asking us Nigerians to hold government accountable for our tax money. What is your take on the political happenings, like all the political scene in Nigeria today? Yes, let's hear from you. Good morning.
Good morning once again.
Yeah. Okay, please go on, Obinna.
Let me go for this job for every by senior inviting to come and once again,
Yeah.
nothing about me.
Okay, please go on. Obinna.
Let me go for this job for every by senior inviting to come and over the route that is going to collecting money.
Okay.
Now, are they inviting MFL? MFL is a confused. I think they should advise the Mr. President who is the man who appointed him.
Okay.
Because those senators and the House of Assembly, they are honorable. People voted for them on 30.
Okay.
Honestly, nobody voted for him here. And we are here now in that the Ebon at the SM. If there is anything to verify, I don't think you are expecting. If it's the owner of that radio station, they will call.
But in this one now, in this one now, you and me, we are doing now. I am the one that will attest, like that will account for this one we are doing here. Now. So that's the reason why you have to look at MFLS decks as well. That it is also important. Yeah, that one. MFL has his own portfolio that he will answer for. The orders that he gave, the things that he said that people should do.
When you have another personal problem to somebody, it will be in his own opinion to say whatever he wants to say. But in this kind of situation now, in this kind of portfolio, MFL is not the one to answer the question. He's working under somebody. It's just like what happened to Indigene. People are starting Indigene. Indigene is not working for himself. He's working for his president.
Okay.
What the instruction that the master just is what he's going to work with. And if he did not do so, your master will fire you and bring another person, and nothing will happen. So they should channel their energy to their real elected senators or whatever they call themselves here. They should invite the Mr. President to let him come. You are the one who appointed this man to this position, and this is what is happening. How do you think that the person that you appointed working this kind of work? How do you think that this thing will work? You have seen the long note that he is before somebody wants to appraise man, like somebody who went to come there is just part of his human. Is it all these things that people that is suffering from money to the night will pass through before they get their money?
I want you to understand that the MFL now, for example, they also have they hosted him and at the same time approved of what he's doing, because already it is a fact. It's something that will go down. It is not like what the CBN is doing that they need approval from the Senate to do it in the first place. It's not like what the president is doing that they need approval from the Senate to do it. It's just that they will have to answer to the Senate from time to time about issues. That's just the thing. You know, the executive have that veto power to do this. You understand it now? So that's just the thing. Okay. No, that's just the thing, because somebody like Senator Suswan also contended with this, but at the same time accepted the fact that the executive have the right to go about this.
My brother, wait, let me tell you.
Okay.
Who is the chief of the Senate president? What is his name?
The Senate president is Lawan now.
Lawan. Then what Lawan has said about this thing?
It is all part of this process now. They invite, he will explain after the explanation. They are good with it.
Those senators that is inviting MSL, all of them are under this man. You are calling them now Lawan.
Yes.
And who brought Lawan here? Is the Mr. President. See, my brother, let me tell you something. No,
okay.
The truth is that whatever these people are doing, they are doing independent of the person that appointed them. Even Lawan can never go contact to Mr. President. Because they know what they are doing.
No, the Senate.
The reason why this nation cannot move forward.
The Senate is a different arm. You know, it is on the legislation. It is not the same with the executive. The executive is a different arm of his own. So you can't really say that, okay, that he answers to the president. Senate president is, a body of the Senate is a body of his own.
My brother, let me tell you, all these things are protecting themselves from year to year, from day to day. All those things are the same thing. It's just like you want to about Nigeria. All these things they are joining on this man's case. All these things are still one. Forget about how many men them. You can name them 20 million. But all are all one. So forget about that thing they are protecting themselves. This is all are the same. The truth is, matter is that this issue of money have been legitimate that he misinterpreted that this is when they are doing it, he interpreted that he is in support of it. Now, this one now that's coming out to me now, how do you think that he's not in support? He's in support. NFL, how many times court has been invited him over investment of money? Have you got to answer the court?
That's a different case altogether. That one is a different issue. That one is a different issue of its own.
Now, I don't tell us they want to take this money based on the number. He didn't tell the people the reason. What is what to show them? After we did not give them condition. If you go to 20,000 naira, we could be reaching out to roads like somebody over to that there, price. But they will pass through before they get money. 20,000 naira. Apart from that, you know that they are going to Abuja. And the Mr. President is aware of this thing. Because this is a legitimate country that have already negotiated on themselves before they tell them let's go on and do this thing. And have been in one place.
Anyway, that's how you can see it. That's how you personally. That's how you can see it. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining us. Let's allow other people to come in too. Thank you so much. Yes, so it is still political views on Ebona Ade 103.5 FM. What are your views, basically, on all of it, even the cash withdrawal limits? What are your views on all of the issues going on in the political scene in Nigeria this morning? Yeah, so the last caller was talking about, the political scene being all together, all of them working. But politics is basically about interest. You can't tell me that, okay, everybody is aligning on that level. Everybody, there is a system, by which all these things is being worked out. But the numbers you will call to become part of this conversation, let's know your own thoughts, your own political views, on this platform, Ebon at the 103.5 FM this morning. The numbers to call to become part of this conversation is 080 96 66 1035. Yes, let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
No, good morning, sir.
Yes, your name and your location.
My name is Stephen. Coming from Ugwuanyi.
Please go on.
Please, I want to talk about insecurity.
Okay.
Understand? Because this election that we are talking about, this upcoming election we are talking about right now. Understand? Because people will be scared going out to vote and all these things. Understand? So because we need to be assured that nothing will happen to people, nothing will happen to us. Many people, they are even afraid. We are talking about election, but many people are afraid because of things that's going on in this country.
Okay.
Understand? People are dying, people are being kidnapped. Who knows what will happen back there? So what I'm trying to say is that government should be more interested in saving lives. Understand? You know that things are difficult, things are hard. We're not talking about that one for now. Understand? That one is very important. Understand? But what we are talking about is security, because here the country is not secure. Things will never go well.
Okay.
You know that you are benefiting from the economy, like what you do, that things are going well, but there's no security. It doesn't make sense. People are living in fear in this country. So what I'm trying to talk about now is if they have state police, understand, they should stop, securing all these politicians, going out with them, so we go out with hundreds of millions of dollars. But those individuals, they are the ones that vote them, understand? They are the ones that vote them. So that means their life is more important than our own. They don't even care about our own because they think that they are secure. They can do whatever they want. They have their army, they have their police. What about people that vote them into that power? What about people that came out and support them? They don't even care about our life, because Nigeria today, you see that to say the truth, Nigeria today, they don't care about life. But you see that in this country. Understand? We are an obedient state. Understand? It can be a part of it, a part of Nigeria. Like it means something to us again. Understand? When you say that 10 people were killed, 100 people was, it was kidnapped, like it has been a thing of the day. It means nothing. But in a good country that people that value life on a single scale, a single vote is good value. But in our country today, we see that a normal thing, which is not normal. So what I'm trying to say is that in this election, what I'm trying to say is that in this election, if they want people to come out and vote to do the election, I myself am willing to come out and vote.
Okay.
Understand? So what they have to do for us, tell us that we will be secured. All these people to stop calling us both Biafra issue or whatever you call it.
Okay.
The people let me say the truth and only for people I don't know what people will say. Let me tell you, people that we are suffering, people that are discovering us today, it's not about this Biafra issue or people that are taking of freedom or whatever. What we are fighting today, the issue that we are fighting today is Fulani investment and all these Boko Haram of the day. That is the issue Nigeria is fighting today. That is the issue we have. What about people that are stating that they want to have freedom, they want to be on their own? That one is difficult. I'm telling you, to be honest, even the one that happened in Kaduna Expressway, on the last day I heard that governor of Jerusalem was attacked. All these things, are they people that can no.
But I have one question. My question is, even with these kidnapped babies in Anambra State, can you now say, okay, that Fulani herdsmen are also the people doing this one now? Don't you think there is a problem on that aspect? What is the crime of these babies?
Let me tell you, in Anambra State, let's just tell ourselves understand. In Anambra State today, Anambra is one of the peaceful states. Understand?
Okay.
Understand? I'm living in Anambra State.
Okay.
I'm working, I'm winning wherever I want to go in peace. Let me tell you, before even if a Bubago of a thing, let me tell you, a Bubago of a thing, if you can record, early this year, or lately this year, they killed almost 14 boys, 14 youths in the state. Understand? And they call them that they are unknown gunmen. And people, even one of my friends, that was my mom, and they are killing people, and those Ebubago, if you look into the people full of on they are among there, they don't hide themselves, they hide their identity, and they are killing you, they are killing all these overall things.
Somebody called this morning in the course of this program, and the person asked where were they when the attack in Enugu, took place. But at the same time, they have been disbanded according to the person that called. Yeah, that's what the person said. And at the same time, the same person is still asking where were they when this and that happened. At the same time, some of the things that is being leveled against them, we can't still prove all of them really. It's just on the news like that. And then some of the things needs to be attested for. Some of the things we hear killed 14 and the rest of them. Sometimes the stories are not really the way we see them in the news. That's one thing I want to point out. But at the same time, I want you to venture into this one because this one is like success now. Oil theft, Tompolo wins as rep, backs pipeline surveillance contract. What do you think of this one?
That one is a great news on Sunday, but that one is not the major thing we are talking about.
But sometimes it's not good to talk about bad news all the time. We have good news. Let's also talk about the good news.
I know, but the one like that can now this election, upcoming election, is very good slow. Understand? Let us leave the good work and face the task ahead, the serious task ahead, because this election now will determine. Understand? Our PVC, understand? Because you don't have PVC and you not go and vote because of you are afraid of being kidnapped, understand? Or you are afraid of being killed that day. Because people might even that I mean, all of a sudden they will pay for all of those things. On the beginning, all these our mothers and so that we are not going, our life is not secure, understand? I'm telling you what I'm hearing people are saying, understand? So government will come out and tell us that we are safe, understand? So if we put our life on the stand, like it will take us vote right. So you are the one that voted, understand? They don't vote their fair, understand? When someone will vote you, at the end of the day, the people that vote you don't even care about them, whether they are living or not. They want to watch that you have to do this, guiding your family, and all that. You don't care about them. Let me tell you, my brother, what will you this time around? The leader, not the ruler. Understand? Because a good leader will take care of the people. We know what the people need. We protect the people. But the ruler, let me say, in the Bible says that when the righteous is on the street, that people rejoice. Understand? What we do is the that even during the time of Moses in terms of children of Israel, God said the leader. Understand? Not the ruler. We don't need a ruler this time around. So what I'm telling people, we should come out and vote. Understand? That's here. The government will do what they hope that we are going to be secure. And I promise we will come out and we will vote, and I believe that our vote this time around will count. And what I'm trying to say this time around is that people should come out and vote. Not that you sit down and
be criticized. Anyhow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you so much. Yes, it is still political views, and what's saying that our votes will count this time. So we should come out and vote. But irrespective of that, let's also look at the issue of, the uncollected PVCs. What is the causes? What is the reason why? Like in Anambra alone, we have a lot of PVCs that is uncollected. What is your take on that one too? He also talked about the fact of Moses being a leader, that God sent. Remember that even the people were not in accordance with Moses at some point. So do you think that some of our leaders now are not in that same shoe, or maybe they want to lead us to a particular area, but the criticisms and every other things that follow? That in mind, we also remind you that political views, the diverse opinions that we have, does not make people evil. The fact that people belong to different political parties does not make them evil. The most important thing is that we solve our problem as a nation through that political means. Problem as a nation through that political means. Let's hear from you. Hello. Yes. Good morning. Welcome back.
Talking about the issue of oil gas by people winning and all the rest. What we are sharing now, all the people are now being supported of Tompolo. For how long now this APC government has been on power? How many years or how many months now for them to do? All these Tompolo now are not and they are hailing him and giving him awards and giving him some many things. What happens to them? I think if you send these people during the time of Tompolo, we know what happened to his father because of this issue. Now, after everything, we want to go and bring him back. All we can give him is how about the triangle? They couldn't get anyone.
Okay.
Now I have bring him. Okay, that's what it's about. I'm going to worry with some handling parents of Udika or one minute or something like that. At the number. They don't know what that is now. If you get more that is not put something that's anything together to more of just like that.
But Tompolo was in support of the fact na Amulioko.
Yeah?
Tompolo, they in support ka Amulioko.
Tompolo in support of Amulioko.
Yes, also na Navy made the right thing by Amulioko. Or you go then. Yeah, by Amulioko. Or you Tompolo kumpa. Okay, yeah. Okay. Falana said the same. Otu Isukwe ka Falana said
the resources of the nation,
okay,
which you know how many billions of dollars, not naira, billions of dollars may involve on a something like that as the resources of the nation.
I don't sure na amolo the content. I don't sure na amolo the content oko, not the vessel. They bought an illegal vessel now convey the oil. I don't sure na amolo oil no dey in your. Okay. Okay.
Whether my vote or have oil or not oil have to vote. But when you just put the damn walk, my vote to oil, money will be my ballot and everything. I can go to hand in a ransom. Then I'm on a meet if I know you work. I'm on your kiriba. Oh, onye ahụ dị rifa amara onye dị ife ahụ mara ebe o si abịa mara income and everything before ọ bụghị ebe ịchọsi iwe na just mụọ ya ọkụ nwee kwechere the matter just end ya. It's just like what happened to Inedu about what is now the man of God, the car, the blessed to Karapa, what the man, for the man. Just like what happened to that lady. Some group of people youth on that area with the those people millennia, one of them, for their following would only say better. Telonia, they have with the Raja, they may have the special, they were money put there. They better buy it in the buy an open, that is the end. It is just a person millennia. Outside the meeting, when we are suspect, people area, no investigation with Jonia Ginata, because I don't want to get out that they take up a moon, you do for dear. They were mad, you didn't know as a partner. I wouldn't answer why without that you want not to do.
And a lot of controversies. And a lot of controversies so that. And a lot of controversies on that one. So
they're not supposed to do that thing. They are illegal. Even some people know we are there. For him to advise that kind of idea, they make that kind of thing. All the illegal, all that kind of message, because sometimes they do. If we ain't going to make it now, I don't want to because I know that it's working for the government of the system. Because all of that is the workers of the system. Because it is in support by nature to come one means what tonight.
Anyway, in all on ground with them, in all on ground with them, in all their challenges. In all on ground with them, yeah. In all their challenges, in all of wedding in support of that. Because if you go about or that delay easy just judge them mad on a tile fear. On our one beer, main investigation, mail a lot of things, tile for them before. Or no, more than put that follow when that submit and I can say I can go up with pull on more. You in the first place. On a tile fear. So you don't understand the reason why he supported that in the first place. And we go on challenges. Yeah.
Anyhow, you got illegal. What illegal? Oh, but London is all the money on over there. That is a job over there. And over there, you. I have talked about that. When I get that, I don't get many food. I will talk every day. I went to Syria. You know, the body has been a book. You know, those times I don't mail like that. I got my investigation. Oh, go for another book. I said, I am your seat and in a quad of that.
But since I manage the condos, and we go condos age the gas, or blows or something, or manage the waga. So I know I'm a synergy where now support Yota. And thank you very much for joining us again from Nne. We can do also thank you so much for joining us. Yes, it is still political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Let me now bring you to this one. You know, this one is matters arising. As more Nigerians move abroad, employers rethink work conditions. Let's hear from you before we continue on that. Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Your name and your location?
How are you doing?
I'm doing very great. And you?
My name, I'm calling from Malika.
Well, please go on.
Yeah, thank you. Election.
Continue. Hello?
Yeah, 1 minute to minute. I'm calling back. They say 1 minute to minute.
Okay. Please call back. Thank you very much for joining us anyway. Yes, it is still political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM, 08096661035. As more Nigerians move abroad, employers rethink work conditions. You know, and it is good as the Nigerian labor market suffers increasing loss following mass immigration. Employers are having to embrace customized work arrangements. New research has found, titled Temporal Contests and Actors Vis-a-Vis Deals Timing and Creation. Let's hear from you. Hello? 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 Yeah, please call back 08096661035. 103.5. It is political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Now, data from African Polling Institute (API) reveals that 73% of Nigerians were looking to emigrate with their families, in 2021. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning. Hello. Please call back. 08096661035. It is political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Yes, the data from the African Polling Institute API reveals that 73% of Nigerians were looking to emigrate with their families in 2021. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. Yes, your name and location. Please go on. You have to speak up. Bring the mouthpiece of your phone closer to your mouth so that we can hear what you're saying.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
I said, learning them my mind
Mm.
on the issue of institution in Nigeria.
Okay, please go on.
Today, we are not a serious people. Now that I want serious to take care of ourselves because insecurity has been the serious matter. But I'm taking a lot of life here in Nigeria. And they will take it like that it's a matter that doesn't matter. The security men are here. The politicians, the people that agree to govern us are with us. Why the issue of Boko Haram and the ISWAP and the banditry and other names have been the order of the day. And sometimes when we want to discuss about it, the people on the ground will be giving information. While the media have to take it as if that the people is unconcerned people. Sometimes when we're on the street, we know what we are passing through. We know things that we are seeing with our eyes. Don't like Bishop to battle sometimes. When the people will be complaining that the duty of that Ugwuanyi is not well functioned, they don't even know what is their job and the matter that they are protecting.
Okay.
They will only capture innocent people. They will not go to a team of crime. Okay? Serious. They will only look for the innocent ones to see them. Sometimes you don't even know the people that is facing the issue. Is it the people that is working to protect us? Or is it the masses that is the boss? Or is it that the people is not serious to take care of themselves? But it's not them moving around with their funds, intimidating people. And sometimes when we get the information, it's not like we are pleased people. I feel that many people are getting tired of complaining on radio. We have to look into those things because this thing will still take part in this time of election. Maybe on that day of election, they will brought out the Bible, they will be taking people or so that everywhere, telling people for this place not to be a solid ground where people come and vote. At the end of the day, they will label it to the people that they are serious people that they don't want to vote. How can you come out? You stand on the sun when you know that you are unprotected, when you know that the soldiers is supposed to be the balance for the police to do the work, then you will allow the soldiers to be on the ground, intimidating people and taking people away, scaring people. When you find the police, you cannot even see them. You look for somebody to report your case, you cannot even see anybody. Then you are the people just to come out on the street just like that, like a foolish people, and stand. If the person lost their life and you say, oh, maybe that person is a bandit or maybe you or non-government. So in conclusion of my issue here, this election is very important.
Mm.
And if we want it to be free and fair, the media houses have to be involved.
Okay. We're already
They
involved.
will monitor the system. They will monitor the people that bring it to us.
Okay.
Then they will be on the ground that we need to be communicating with them
Mm.
in case of there is anything that matters.
Okay.
You can't expect me just to come and stand on the sun on that very day with the PVC and unprotected. And at the end of the day, my life will come out in story.
Okay.
I don't be a wrong person or a foolish person to do that. God bless you.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is still political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FN. You and I will still have few minutes, to spend here. What are your political views? We are looking at all of this, insecurity, all that is going on around us today. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and location. How old are you? This is not a program for kids. Thank you so much for joining us still. It is Political Views on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. We are here to discuss serious issues, and then once you are here, if you're not a kid, actually the way I sensed it, you are supposed to get into the way business immediately. Give your own opinion. Tell us what you think about all that is going on in the political scene today. Remember that the Senate panel okays CBN's explanation on cash withdrawal limits. It is understandable. The Senate gets it. They have explained it. What is your take on all that is going on today? We also told you about the issue of Buhari directs security agencies to solve Anambra babies kidnap. It is very much important. Christmas, Ugwuanyi, head of security agencies, meet, assure residents of safety. And I was telling you about the fact that a lot of Nigerians are migrating now, have changed employers. They rethink the work conditions. Now, let's hear from you. Hello.
Yeah.
Good
Good
morning.
morning once again. Nothing from you.
Please go on.
That is the one you said by our community people that you said that the people should be asking the allocation of their local government from the ATA or something like that.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You didn't. We go on. Continue.
Uh-huh. Is it by asking questions how is going is the problem? Are we not the asking before they are not left to Anambra? People, all the whole local government in Anambra say they have their own data. This is how much is coming on their own local government, and no one is sleeping on their hands. All of them come out, even during the time of when it started getting issue with the Igwes and the AZ in Anambra, when they actually started to reduce and kind of it. People come to fast, say this how much they are supposed to get it in their local government, and they are not seeing the money. And the every went to us without any letter and everything up to now.
What is your take? What is your take on local government autonomy?
That is what I'm saying now.
Yes, sir.
We are the
Like,
the time we need to be asking.
okay.
We are the asking. But the problem is that when we ask, we did not get the answer.
Then
How we going to
the
ask
thing
instead of
is,
asking again?
who is representing you in the Anambra State of House of Assembly? That's the question. And have you been one-on-one with the person to discuss the issue of local government autonomy? From your own, the person representing you now, have you discussed with the person?
Are you discussing with the somebody that always plays in Abuja?
No, the person representing you in Anambra State.
They are not coming home. All of them in Abuja now. What are you talking about? All of them in Abuja. Nobody is in our own land here. You can see what is the over the 6 years today. When the journalist was interviewing over this Catholic, you can hear where he was giving them the answer. At Abuja.
Okay.
Telling them what they will do and who they will neglect and who they will not neglect. The person they are talking about them is in Finland and they are obeying him. But that he himself is not in Arigo. He's there in Abuja and they hire somebody in Finland. You know something with you? But you're in Abuja telling people who they are going to vote. Why can't you come to Abuja? So this means you don't have journalists here. Are you not a journalist? Why can't you intervene here in Anambra here?
Is that not what
But you
we're
went to
doing now?
Abuja
I'm
for them
I'm
to
I'm
interview
doing
you.
my job already as a journalist. You and I we are talking now. I'm engaging
And
you
that's
as a
what I'm saying.
journalist.
If you are doing your job, you
So
have to do his own work also together.
okay.
Instead that they have a sympathy mind in this our land. But all of them in Abuja, interview, you go and go for this, you go and go, all of them, Abuja. Okay, if anything happens to us now, we all die here before they will come back from Abuja. If they don't hear this, everybody don't die. They die in Abuja. My
Yeah,
brother, leave these people,
they
not
are
to
not
go
the
and
ones.
delete on that.
They
All
are not
these
the
people
ones
are
who
them.
will fight for you or who will be on ground to fight for you. If is the one like
Okay, if they are not the ones
a
to fight for
policeman
us, they
now.
should not be giving us that advice.
If he's the
If
policeman
they
who
are
is
not
to
going to
guard
fight for
you,
them, they should
are you
not
going
to
to?
give us that advice.
If he is the
Whether we
policeman,
are going to vote or we are not going to vote, let
I
them forget about everything.
I have a
Let us
question.
let us decide.
Anyhow, thank you so much for joining us because already the time is up, you know. But my question here is if he is the policeman who is standing in now as the person who is protecting you, are you going to feel secured? That's the question. But anyhow, and at the same time, he is not a government official that you will hold responsible. He's just an individual who is also airing his view, just like yourself. So you don't have to attack him for airing his own views as well. Because basically, if you should have business in Abuja now, you'll be in Abuja. We also have people in Abuja who is doing business and they are not in Anambra now, you know. So that's why our submissions most times will have to be very objective, you know, so that we don't get to infringe on other people's rights when we are expressing ourselves. Yes, it's been political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This program comes to you every Monday by 3 o'clock p.m., you know, and then every Saturday, 10 o'clock a.m., you know, so keep a date. At this junction, this is where I will begin to call it a day. Remember that I was intimating you on the issue about uh, Senate panel, okay, CBN explanation on cash withdrawal limit. We talked about a whole lot. It's been, uh, objective enough. Where the political process have always been the process that we'll use to solve our issues as a people, and that's exactly what we've done this morning. We've molded opinion in the political area, you know, in the political space in Nigeria. That said, I want to thank you so much for calling in. I want to thank you for listening. You that listen, you that called, thank you so much for joining me this morning. This is that junction where I will, say thank you so much and then goodbye for now, and we'll get to meet again and again. You keep a date, and then Ebon at the 103.5 FM, is 24/7, and we have a whole lot planned for you today. So keep just stay tuned and don't touch the dial. That said, I am Martin Ifan Shuku, AKZ. It's been political views on Ebon at the 103.5 FM. Good morning once again. So, guys, please remember to subscribe. All right, people now subscribe. The information you need is right here for you. We are here to give it to you by the grace of the Most High King Yahweh. So stay tuned. Don't just keep subscribing.